Hey, what do it, y'all? Swish Entertainment putting y'all to all y'all favorite rappers and celebrities like, but first I need a little favor done for y'all first. Please like, comment, subscribe to this video, hit the notification bell as well. That'd be great search the channel and put y'all to this story. Now today we once again be talking about the music mogul known as Diddy, as his former assistant Don Richard is being accused of a crime by her former boyfriend. This man goes by the name of Q of Day 26 and is alleging that Don Richard had given him a pill that he had believed to be ecstasy, but instead turned out to be a horse tranquilizer allegedly. Q of Day 26 has made the claim that Don Richard had drugged him during a trip to the estate, which had allegedly happened years ago. Q of Day 26 has also stated that the pill had made him black out and wake up with no memory. Q of Day 26 on his social media account has said, "I take full accountability for what I allowed into my life, because in the end, I had a choice. But let me be candid, I genuinely believed I was taking something I had tried before. It wasn't ecstasy. It turned out to be a horse tranquilizer given to me by my ex-girlfriend, who claimed it was from her boss to give me. Roughly 20 minutes after swallowing that red pill, my body heated up and I collapsed into unconsciousness. I remember being on the upper level of the mansion near the pool, and then nothing. I later woke up in a room downstairs, lying in a bed with no memory of how I got there. I emerged from a deep paralyzing sleep, screaming and sobbing, my body in shock, my mind spinning in confusion. The horror of realizing I'd been drugged with something far more potent than I was led to believe shattered me. There were 2 red pills. She never took hers. That part always haunted me. It felt less like a shared experience and more like an experiment, like I was a lab mouse in some twisted trial to see how fast I collapsed. And none of it was funny. It was terrifying. After I came to, I began experiencing disturbing psychological symptoms, auditory hallucinations, racing thoughts, intense paranoia, and crushing anxiety. My thoughts weren't clear. My memory started slipping. It felt like my mind had regressed. I was forced to relearn basic things with the support of doctors and loved ones. The pill had broken me, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Whatever ritual, spell, or manipulation that pill carried, it hijacked my autonomy. I began isolating myself. Sleep became my only escape from the pressure in my skull. I truly believed it was orchestrated by her boss, a display of power meant to destabilize a weak mind and instill fear. To anyone quick to judge or dismiss my trauma, please remember, you weren't there. Mental health is a silent war, one I fought in the shadows for too long. When you love someone, you want to go to unimaginable lengths for them. Trust becomes your compass. This journey I'm on is about reclaiming my power, choosing truth, and healing out loud. So Q of Day 26 has stated that his former girlfriend Don Richard had given him a pill that she claimed was from her former boss Diddy. He had taken notice that after he had swallowed the pill, that Don Richard was not taking the pill herself. He next had delved into the intense effects that he had experienced from the pill. Based on the details he had provided when it comes to the effects that he had suffered from having taken the pill, he was severely damaged intellectually. He even conveyed that he struggled with completing simple tasks and needed the assistance of doctors and his loved ones. The alleged debilitating effects that Q of Day 26 had described had led to him isolating himself. Q of Day 26 had ended off accusing Diddy of having devised a plot that would have him suffer the effects of this pill that he believes was provided by Diddy to Don Richard. Don Richard, once she had caught wind of what her former partner Q of Day 26 had said, would put out her own public post. She had taken to her ex platform to say, "I want to be unequivocally clear. I have never drugged anyone, nor have I ever given anyone pills to take. The suggestion that I did so is categorically false. If such a belief were genuine, it would be inconsistent with the actions that follow, such as inviting me into your home, introducing me to your younger sisters and family, and continuing a relationship with me. It would also be inconsistent with choosing to attend social events without me, engaging with individuals I had previously expressed concerns about, and continuing to live with or provide favors to those same individuals. Many of these actions occurred while I was not present or even in contact with you. Throughout our time together and even after our separation, I made a conscious decision not to share or disclose private matters or the circumstances surrounding the end of our relationship to protect you. I did this out of respect for you and your family. At this moment, I believe it is essential to recognize that many people are dealing with pain and hardship. This situation is not about one person. It reflects broader harm that has affected many. I sincerely hope that healing and wholeness are possible for all involved. My intention is and always has been to move forward with compassion and integrity, and I pray that others can do the same." So Don Richard had denied having given anybody drugs or drugged anybody in her life. She had also pointed out details given by Q of Day 26 in his story being suggestive that there are inconsistencies, such as bringing her to her place of living, introducing her to her family members, and having made the decision to continue their relationship. She also seemed to express a sense of betrayal, given that Q of Day 26 had put out information revolving around the relationship. Don Richard continued on to speak on how she maintained her loyalty to Q of Day 26 even following their breakup, as she had claimed that she had withheld and reserved information about the relationship in efforts to be protective of him. So with that being said, it is no surprise that there are more people pointing out accusations against the music mogul Diddy. This will not deviate from the general allegations that have been made against the New York rapper Diddy, as he has been accused of drugging alleged victims numerously. But y'all, let's go. Cop us on y'all things in the comments. What do you all think of the accusations the Q-Day 26 had made against his former partner, Don Richard? Do you all suspect that Don Richard did drug Q-Day 26? And if so, do you all think that Diddy could potentially have involvement? And to cap that out, do you all think that Q-Day 26 may make the decision to testify against Diddy in his upcoming court trials? Let all that be known in the comments, y'all. That's gonna do it. I'm out.